The man bent down, aimed at the boss, and released the gas from his body, but the boss showed no reaction at all. The man pressed the remote control in his hand, and time returned to normal. Only then did the boss smell the foul odor, nearly fainting from the stench. At that moment, the man pressed the pause button again and then slapped the boss several times. After hitting the boss, he resumed time. The boss felt his face burning. The remote control could not only pause time but also fast forward it. For work, the man used the remote control to skip all the trivial matters. When the client was dissatisfied with the proposal, the man changed the Japanese the client spoke into English. He turned up the volume and understood the client's meaning. When the client returned, the man tore up the proposal and presented a new one according to the client's suggestions. Both parties happily reached an agreement, but unexpectedly, the boss went back on his word and did not promote the man. The man was furious. After venting his frustration, he suddenly thought, why not fast forward directly to the day of the promotion? When he arrived at the day of the promotion, he was stunned to find that a year had passed. His wife felt he had been too cold towards her over the past year and argued with him. Just then, the remote control automatically fast-forwarded. The man hurriedly contacted the remote control's seller. The seller explained that the remote control had an automatic memory function, which fast-forwarded time based on the man's previous habits. The man wanted to return it, but when he turned around, the remote control was back in his hand. Whether he threw it out the door, into the trash, or crushed it, the remote control would always reappear intact in his hand, because when the seller sold the remote control to the man, they had already stated that it was non-returnable. This left the man feeling utterly despairing. The next day at work, his boss promised him that he would eventually take over his position. The man suddenly froze, as the remote control began fast-forwarding time on its own again.